By virtue of the powers vested in me as the acting Vice-Chancellor of Walter Sisulu University, I declare this congregation open for the conferring of degrees and awarding of diplomas and certificates. You may all take your seats.
For our devotion, we're going to read from the Bible. In the book of Psalms, I'm reading chapter 90, and I'm reading the 12th verse. It reads as follows: "So teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom." In the closer version, it reads, "Sazise kanye ukuyibala imihla yethu, ukuze sizuze inhliziyo elumkileyo." From the text, there is one principle I would want to share. That it seems that when you consider the brevity of life, the shortness of life, it informs how you go about living that life. So there is wisdom in considering that all of us are here temporarily. I read somewhere that the average lifespan in South Africa is 64 years. If you are graduating and you are 24 years, it means that at least you are left with 40 years. Some may say that that is a long time. But I have news for you that 40 years is nothing. And it is only as you consider those years that you actually get wisdom on how to live the life. If in those 40 years you're going to be sleeping for 8 hours a day, that will translate to about 13.33 years. So it means from the 40 years, if you minus 13.33 years, you are left with 26.67 years. So you thought you had 40 years. If you're going to be traveling from work 1 hour a day and back for another hour, that's 2 hours a day. And for the next 40 years, that is going to translate to another 3.33 years. Then you are left with 23 years. If you'll be spending 2 hours a day watching movies and soapies, that's another 3.33 years that is gone. If you'll be going to work and you don't consider your work as part of your purpose, that's another 13.33 years gone. You are left with 6.68 years. So you thought you had 40 years, but when you consider the number of years you have, if you're going to be watching TikTok and Twitter and Facebook for another 2 hours, then you are only left with 3.35 years left to live. So you thought you had 40 years. Now the text advises us to consider the number of years that we have. Because it is only as we do that we gather wisdom. Let us pray. Bawethu osezulwini mdali wezulu nehlabathi sisondela phambi kobuso bakho naba bantwana bakho namhlanje bazawuthweswa izidanga baqale uqalo olutsha lobomi. Mninto zonke xa behamba besenza nantoni na bazawuthi bayenze, umthandazo wam ngokubakhumbuze ukuba benze kuphela izinto that are impactful. Bajonge bagqale ixesha banalo ngokuba lifutshane. Soon they will pass the stage of life. Wanga ke mninto zonke unganathi sonke usikelele le congregation. This is my prayer in the name of Jesus Christ, our righteousness. Amen.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Shona
Molweni. Molweni. Ninjani. Good afternoon. Dumelang. Masiar. At least and nda. On behalf of the Chancellor, Ms. Gobodo in absentia, the Chairperson of Council, Advocate Ngukai Toby in absentia, and on behalf of the Vice Chancellor and Principal of Walter Sisulu University, Professor Rushila Songa in absentia, it is indeed an honor for me to give a welcome address, at least at this last graduation session. A warm welcome to you all. I'm sure you need to applaud yourselves. My name is Mashudu, Professor Mashudu Davana Maserese. I'm here to acknowledge the presence of the council members who are led by Dr. Mgeni and Mr. Nongandlela, and members of executive management, members of senior management, members of Convocation led by Dr. Mantashe, labor representatives who are here, the staff of Walter Sisulu University, the ISRC led by the President, Mr. Masikole Mabongo, and the campus SRC led by the Premier, Mr. Mkhwezi, and all students. Our pastor, Ntwana, who reminded us that we need to count our days, our guests and parents, our special guests, the class of 2023. A warm welcome to all of you. Welcome to the choir, the sweet melodies that we've started enjoying. Welcome. It is that time of the year where we all sit, reflect, celebrate on our achievement. And look at us today, here we are, gathered to celebrate what we have worked hard for. Since we started these graduation ceremonies in this season, we have at least graduated over 7,000 across Walter Sisulu University. We started at Buffalo City campus, we went to Mthatha, then went to Komani, and here we are at Butterworth, the 4 campuses of Walter Sisulu University, which is made up of about 30,000 students. And each graduation, as I've indicated, take place at each campus. We also have very impressive statistics. Of our SRC, we had about 23 SRC members out of 42 who graduated during this season. I think we need to applaud them for the leadership they are showing, that now it's time to study. When they have to study, they study. When they have to deal with politics, they also have time for that. And when you combine politics with, academia, then you are a better person who represents your constituency. And for that, we want to appreciate the SRC for leading by example and saying enough is enough, that we stay in one place and not progress until we become ancestors. Gone are those days. And for that, we appreciate also the ISR president who graduated during this season. He is also leading by example, and that is true leadership. At Walter Sisulu University, we have embarked on a journey that we say we are in pursuit of excellence. You know, when we want to excel, you never stop whatever you do, and you always strive for excellence. So you will never reach there, but will continue to be excellent. As you walk around, you see the infrastructure at Butterworth. That must tell you that Walter Sisulu is in a journey of excellence. And with that, we want to be an impactful, technology-infused African university. And that is also seen by the outcomes that you see here. We want to make an impact in our country, and we depend on these ones who are graduating. To our graduates, Ndingumzali, as a parent, I don't want to let you go without me talking to you, because that is my role. And I want you to look at me as I speak to you to say, today you have opened a new chapter of your lives. Go out boldly, go out fearlessly, take up the new challenge, because I know you are made for it. You have done it, and therefore you will be able to achieve that which you have imagined for yourself. We have prepared you. We all have confidence in you. And this is why you are here today. So we know you are equal to the task. You are equal to the challenge. But as you continue with your future plans, let me tell you that determination made you who you are today. This is why you are graduating, because you were determined to succeed. And yes, we are celebrating you today because of your commitment. You know, through determination, it made you rise above all the challenges, and you succeeded. Maybe you are looking at me and asking, what is determination? And I will remind you that determination is that fixed intention that you have to achieve a desired end. Being decisive, and you demonstrate resoluteness. No matter what comes your way, nothing will stop you because you want to achieve a certain goal that you have put for yourself. And this is what you are, and this is who you are. This is what made you to be who you are today. You know, determined people like you always have no company. Sometimes you find yourself isolated alone because there's no one who believes in your vision. They think you are not okay upstairs when they see you doing what you are doing, studying so hard. Because you know your goal, you would stay determined. You will stay up in the night preparing yourself. So I'm still saying, go out with that determination and do more and work harder, because people will only believe and support you when they see what you have done. Before they see anything, there will be no one who will support you. So if you're a determined person, you will always embrace change in your life, because you know change will make you grow. It's only when you change in whatever that you do that you'll be able to pursue new opportunities. You know, determined people as well, they are aware of their weaknesses. And when they know that they don't know, they go out and seek help. They go out and ask those relevant questions for them to get assistance. And that's what I know you will be doing as you go out there, as entrepreneurs outside there, or as employees outside there. But remember, determined people never settle for less. They are always committed to do better. Despite all the challenges of their lifetime, determined people never quit. They will never quit, because you know, winners never quit. They don't care how many times they fall, how many times they fail. They stand up, brush their dust, and continue like nothing happened. That's what determined people do. They focus on whatever they're doing, and go out and look for those who are winners today. They will tell you that they have failed many times. But for them, it doesn't matter, because for them, it only means it was just a lesson that they learned, and from those mistakes, they have moved further, and they've done better. You know, as I conclude, I want to remind you of a quote by Karen Miller, who says, "When someone tells me no, it doesn't mean that I can't do it. It simply means I can't do it with them." Close quote. When someone says no to me, determined people will say, okay, I'll try next door. So what that means is that determined people will never take no for an answer. When you get a no, you knock at the next door and go until you get a yes. Determined people never grow weary. They work hard. They stay up in the middle of the night doing their part. If it means spending sleepless nights, they do so because they are determined, because they have a goal that they want to achieve. Bantwana bam, go out. Show the world what you're made of. Go and shine and fly high like an eagle. Be the solution of challenges that we are facing today. challenges that Africa is faced with, challenges that South Africa is faced with. South Africa is waiting for you, innovators, entrepreneurs, and it will take your determination to get to where you want to go. Let's stop the blame game because it will take us nowhere, and start saying to ourselves, what can we do better during this time, in our era? What change can we make in our country for us to be better people? As I conclude, I would like to encourage each one of you to go out there and make a difference. Bazali, we are celebrating today. As we celebrate, let's put our phone on silence. Can we do that? And as we celebrate, let's allow the names of our family members, our children, to be read so that we hear them loud and clear as we celebrate them. So we know as African, we are unapologetic about what we do. But as we do that, let's make sure that we don't distract the attention of the name of a person that we are here to celebrate. Let's control our excitement and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.
Madam Acting Vice-Chancellor, I hereby declare that the candidates whose names appear on your program have duly satisfied all the requirements, and I have the honor to request that they be presented to you for the conferring of degrees and awarding of diplomas and certificates in the respective instructional program.
Madam Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program received the National Diploma adult basic education and training. Bala, mandilake. Jonas Ndumiso. Nzenze Ntando.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Education, Further Education and Training, specializing in Economic and Management Science, on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Baliti Songezo. Songezo. Putu Pamela, cum laude. Kani Esetu. Kwakatu Asipe. Danisa Zamanyawo. Deliwe Nosiviwe, cum laude. Dumisa Senzele. Fipaza Mangiwe Penelope. Ota Goodness. Hlekwa Kakamba. Jali Mtembeni. Jika Sisanda Ondela. Joko Papamani. Jubase Zenize. Luaka Sakiwo. Magunyaza Nyameka. Makaula Mamela. Makubalo Bulelwa. Maluleke Dingan, cum laude. Mangesi Kanyisa. Masiko noThemba. Mathabata Zimasa. Mbadi Anoyolo Offness. Mbanjwa Esethu. Mbayi Sandisiwe. Mbhekwa Lihle. Mkambi Thobelani. Mdinwa Ngebo. Mdolota Somikazi cum laude. Mngomeni Phumeza. Mgwembe Nosifiso. Mnyameni Sinazo. Mnyukana Zinhle cum laude. Mucha Upalesa Charin. Mulefin Lineyo. Mphafe Raymond. Mbinda Thulani. Mkokomiso Xolani. Mkulwana Asamkelwe. Mvunelo Sinovuyo Atenkosi. Ndavuza Asisipho. Nzabe Yomelezwa. Ngaziwa Ayabonga. Ngobozi Nelisa. Nzolongwane Anathi. Isa? Hello. Ndlamla Khanyisa. Ndumela Sakhele. Ngongo Athandiwe Zelda. Lipe lakho ngo. Libhalwanga nje. Nhlanhla Ngejane. Nompondo Thandokazi, Notyesi Okuhle, Ntsenselo Nandipha, Ntshangase Asanda, Ntshinga Vuyiseka, Ntsume Zizipho, Nyathi Phelokazi cum laude, Nyele Aseza, Sigwinda Andiswa, Sivela Eyona, Somchazo Sihle, Sonakali Iviwe cum laude, Sosibo Siphokazi, Ntsibiyana Siyavuya, Yengwa Sinethemba, Yiva Khwezi, Zweni Phumezile, Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Education, Further Education and Training, specializing in technical education, on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Pans Lungakazi, Bekwa Songezo cum laude, Bunkweli Ndokuhle, Bushula Mkhanyisi cum laude, Chita Xalalethu, Diniso Oneza, Dlova Nompumelelo, Dlume Sibusiso, Jasi Thobela, Jomfana Lungile, Gcinga Anezwa, Gebuza Lise cum laude. Gowana Asitandile cum laude. Gwebani Olwethu cum laude. Xaba Oseka. Hlangu Sabelo. Jingela Qedekwazi Stephen. Keke Kanyisani. Kechane Andisa Bomikazi Beauty. Lakwitya Sibulelo. Langa Sipamandla. Madikizela Yamkela. Mafuya Sipamandla. Manyala Vuyolwethu. Mavenge Siyabonga. Mbangendlu Siyabulela. Mbele Nontokozo. Mkachulwa Yandisa Owen. Melane Pumlani cum laude. Mgada Sisanda cum laude. Mdindwa Armstrong Mbulelo. Mduna Mbalenhle. Mneno Asisipho cum laude. Mngani Thabanga. Mpama Simo. Mphohla Mongi. Mqaqambiso Lindithemba cum laude. Mqokeli Yoleka. Mthombo Nkosinathi Bongani cum laude. Namathelana Aluncedo. Nayo Zizile cum laude. Ngayana Sibusisiwe Charity. Mkombo Bandile. Nzimani ndibonga konke. Ngesi siyabonga. Ngapashe ncumisa cum laude. Ngubathi nkitha. Ngowa aphiwe. Njovane zodumo. Nogume olwethu. Nonkwenkwe Zandile. Ngumako amahle cum laude. Ntseje Sisipho. Ntshangase Sibabalwe cum laude. Ntsondwa Ludwe. Phumani Laduma. Phupho zikhona. Qobo siyavuya. Khala zube nathi cum laude. Same Nkcubeko. Sibango Masamkele. Sithela Amanda. Sichisa Alupe. Sizani akhona. Sikhotha sesethu. Smith Mfundiso, welcome. Sogexa Phumla. Somkhiza aviwe. Sonka kamva lethu. Checha sonke. Vavane Vuyo. Voyi Lubabalo. Vukuxa Nkosikhona. Xabadia Anelisa. Xongo Zukisani. Zololo Mzolisi. Zungula Alungile Mhlobo.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of postgraduate certificate in education, further education and training on the candidate whose name appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Mdokwe akhona. Madam Vice Chancellor, Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of postgraduate certificate in education in senior phase and further education and training phase on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Bavu zimbini. Bululu Kumasande. Cilichana Zimasa Zizo. Ketane Sandiso. Gowana Nolundi Zusipe. Kutyana Zuzekile. Kushman Sonwabise. Kwexe Nompumzo. Kothani Mandla. Koto Apiwe cum laude. Halom Lusanda. Jaha Miranda. Jiba Apiwe. Kwadi Tsepo. Lokishini Mzolisi cum laude. Lotansigelelo. Mapengwana Kwenga. Mabue Tshireletso. Mafanya Zisanda. Mandondo Yonela Sipesihle. Mangameli Sinesipho. Mantanga Asipe. Manyala Ayabonga. Manyamalala Nati. Makalaza City. Matena Lindegile. Matola Sive. Machingana Apelele. Mbele Qinisela Mbuso. Mqedwa Viwe Godfrey. Mene Silubonile. Meiwa Tabani. Molo Andiswa. Msindo Tumazile. Mthathelwa Aphiwe. Mthunzini Odwa. Mtyelwa Ongeziwe. Ndunge Awonke. Ngqongqo Chuma. Ngoni Mlandeli. Nkani Nonelwa. Nondabula Ndimbongile. Noyingana Akhona Niki. Nto zakhe Zimasa. Ntshele Nandiswa. Ntweke Zimkhitha. Nyushu Bakhona. Phalaza Sinazo. Qhekeka Lutho. Khodi asiphe. Sakho Thokozani. Spoyise Lindiswa. Tambo Dala Tando. Tole Zama Aaron. Chezi Sibatatu. Wakeni Tembelihle. Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer the degree of Bachelor of Education Honors, Educational Management and Policy on the candidates whose names appear on the program.
I hereby confer the degree.
Bai Sabelo. Kyanki Nzika. Feni Viwe Lungisani. Kumalo Nobuhle Zandile. Mguye Nizibone Juliet. Mgwaju Vuyelwa. Mponjwana Anele.
Madam Chancellor, in absentia, Chairperson of the Council in absentia, the Vice Chancellor in absentia, President of Convocation, Dr. Lunga Mandashe, our special guest, our parents, the institutional SRC, the campus SRC that is led by Leadership Mkhwetsi, and our graduates. I greet you all in the name of economic freedom in our lifetime. My name is Maskole Mapongo, well known as Tukis. I'm standing here as the president of the institution just to do a congratulatory speech to our graduates. Ndifuna uqale ndithi apha kwi-graduate zethu ezingootishala, but ezi teachers neentloni, I don't understand why. As I was watching you walking the stage, so abanye bajonge phantsi, andiyazi ke le generation yama-2000 ojongana nawo njani. This generation of TikTokist. So I don't know what are you going to do, comrades. Yeah, also, but ke sineentloni ngeentloni asifani singabantu. Some of us, we do have guts to stand up and speak before people who are not the same. Ndifuna ukuthi ku-graduate zanamhlanje, now that you have graduated, don't ever forget where you are coming from. Once uqala ulibala ukuba usuka phi, that simply means awuzozazi nokuba uya phi. Those parents who are sitting far right there, they are the ones who made sure that you are here. Bekutwele for more than 9 months. Bakuzise emhlabeni. Don't ever change to see them as if, no, they are not graduates, so therefore they can't tell me anything. You know, sometimes, if ever umthobeli umzali, ungathi ungasifumani nezinto ubunqwenela uzifumana. Yabo? So ndiyacela whatever niyenzayo nibathobele abazali, niyithobele community, nizithobele nani. There are things that are going to be said, ke comrades, I won't lie. Some people just charge you to say, use waphakama wayigraduate. Zinde esiphila kuzo kodwa wenza next. Even us who are being charged as comrades to say, awubulisa ngompresident, official umntu umbona nombono, or for that matter, awumazi nomazi. It's just that ukwazi yedwa. So once you achieve something, there are people who are going to make sure that they look at the side of negativeness. So you must never be discouraged by those people. You must just keep on moving. Professor Roshila Songa, the Vice Chancellor of this university, once said, this is not the end of your journey, comrades. You must continue to study so that you can also come and sit here. As people, abafunde bayityekeza, briefed there by Tata, they made sure that bayifunde bayityekeza literal. So, comrades, I'm saying this because there were comrades who graduated there in Tata, abane PhDs. I'm not sure whether maybe nicinga ngenye into. Yeah. So we're inspired, comrades, even by those who obtained advanced diploma, masters. They keep on inspiring us. What I like about you graduating for a campus, I heard one of students there when we were walking up. They said, you and Sabawleng has been him next time we are inspired. I'm raising this because I'm graduated from the campus where the graduation ceremony is held outside the campus. It's only our campus. I'm raising this because I so wish the council and the management can take this very serious, because you are inspiring those students who have not yet graduated there. They were there. Benkapa nizongena up. Tina, we never had that opportunity. And it's not normal to me. I always say, in as much as you can think something that is abnormal is normal, for me, I speak it loudly and clear, it's not normal. They must do something and take the graduation of Buffalo City campus back to a Buffalo City campus. There is nothing special about BCC. We are also a campus under Walter Sisulu University. So we must be treated as other campuses. Whatever reason they put up front to say we cannot graduate because of A, B, C, and D, they must find means to make sure that they remove that thing so that our students in Buffalo City campus can be inspired by graduates as you are doing here. I'm not happy, comrades. I'm raising this. Gabom, I'm not happy at all. As I've said, comrades, I won't dwell much because this is our last ceremony or session. I would like to thank all people who have graduated. We didn't see any drama across all 4 campuses, and you maintained that as graduate of Butterworth campus. We never had any negativeness from you as a graduate. That simply means you have portrayed yourself as someone who have graduated. You are no longer undergrad. So that simply means even the things you do outside, remember, you are a graduate, uthweswe isitanga, you do have your certificate, those who have received them. Unfortunately, some, I'm sure they didn't receive them because of the system. It's the system that is managing us. Because if we are starting from level 1 to level 3, then we all graduated, we were using the same fund which is called NSFAS. But you, as an individual, you do not have certificate. You were all funded, fully funded. Those are the questions that are always imposed to us as SRC to say, why Ninetyala, kodwa I was fully funded? We also ask ourselves because we are not the ones who are paying. But NSFAS, which is the funder, they decide to pay others full and left others outside. That is why we're in this dilemma of having a debt of 1.4 billion. But fortunately enough, we do have someone who's leading the convocation, which is Dr. Lungamandash, and with his structures, they are trying by all necessary means to make sure that the issue of historical debt is being attended to. As we speak, they've managed to mobilize more than 40 million so that those students can be assisted. But if you look at the figure or the amount of debt, we are too far, comrades. So that simply means we need to work together for this institution in making sure that our graduates, they do get their certificate so that they can be able to go outside and apply for the jobs. Because the reality of the matter is that you may miss the opportunity to get a job because you do not have something that is confirming you do have this qualification, in as much as you can have an academic transcript. When this convocation was elected, I was in Cape Town fighting for the same students where NSFAS decided to brutalize them or confirming their funding very late. There are implications once ufunde late or ufunde nomntu otyayo, whereas ulambile, the reality of the matter, were coming from different families. And some of us are cruel to an extent where ningakwazi utya ngowangatyiyo omnye. Kodwa ke singabantu asifani, sikhuliswe kumakhaya ngamakhaya. Uba ukhule uxelela uba awukwazi utya kukho omnye umuntu ongatyiyo. It will always be like that. The same way, comrades, when you get a job, if ever you see there is an opportunity, go and consult your former classmate or your friend, even a graduate. That thing is called Ubuntu. You are assisting each other. Maybe the same person you assisted whenever there is a promotion, kulom sebenzi ubum-assista ngayo, uzophinda assist that I recommend the name of this person. So we need to move in that direction, comrades. I won't dwell much. I'm here on behalf of the ISRC and the campus SRC to wish you all the best in your life, comrades. You must go and apply and get a job and be employed permanently. Thank you.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, manithathe elithuba ndibulise bonke abantu abaze apha ukuzokuvuyisana nababantu bazothweswa bazokunxityiswa. Sizovuyisana nathi siyi-Convocation. Siyavuya kakhulu into yokuba namhlanje nibe kanti ningabafundisi ntsapho. Nam njengoba ndime apha ndingumfundisi ntsapho ngofunda. Ndifunde apha nam kwakule faculty nani nifunda kuyo. Ndifundiswe kwangabantu nani bebenifundisa. Ndinethemba lokuba nam le nto ndiyicholileyo phaa kubo niyichole nawuhamba nayo niye phambili. Bathi ke abelungu, save the best for last. Le graduation ke ceremony, le session eyokugqibela kwaye eyotishala. Ndiyabona ke into yokuba ootishala nyhani banyanisile abelungu xa besithi mother of all professions. Nangoku ke save the best for last. andikho biased ke kuba ndiyitishala bendicinga uba fanele uba ndithetha inyani. Nabazali ndiyacinga uba bovuma uba nyani, this is a mother of all professions. Ni lukhalinyiselo ke lehlabathi nje ngotishala. Ukuba lukhalinyiselo ke lehlabathi lithetha into yokuba ukwasisipili. Lento nizawuhamba niyoyifundisa esikolweni ilento abantwana boba yiyo. Lento bayibona ebusweni benu ilento nabo boba yiyo. Boba yiyo noba intoni nina eniyiyo kuba kubo nisisipili. Kwaye abantwana bafunda ngokopa. Bakopa kwaba bantu babafundisayo. Ukuba ke nina abantu nibafundisayo anibafundisi ithemba, anibafundisi ukuzithemba, anibafundisi ukuzenzela, anibafundisi ukukhathala, ukukhathalelana, ukuthanda nokuthandana, anibafundisi intobeko nokuzithoba njalo njalo. Soze babe zizo ezo zinto kuba kaloku nina nisisipili kubo, nisisipili sabo. Yiyo ke le nto kubalulekile into yoba xa ungumfundisintsapho uthobeke, ube nembeko ukwenzela uba abantwana bafunde imbeko kuwe, batsho bayinike nabanye abantu. Nam ke ndifunde loo nto apha eluhambeni lam lokuba ngumfundisintsapho. Ndiyabahlonipha abantwana kuba nam ndifuna bahloniphe abanye abantwana. Masenze njalo ke. Namhlanje ke kukho umcimbi esithe siyafuna uba siwuchaphazele siyi-convocation. Convocation ke si-structure se-graduates salapha eWalter Sisulu zonke nabantu abangabasebenzi abasebenze iminyaka ethile apha kule university. Sithe ke ngenxa yale nto ibithethwa ngumongameli wabafundi yetyala kuba kukho ijokhwe yobukhoboka. Ityala ke yiloo nto, ijokhwe yobukhoboka. Kuxa kuphela inyanga bayayazi abantu xa kubetha i-debit order ithi nkqi ngasayibambe ngesandla athi yima ingxaki zam zininzi. Kukho ke elo tyala loo jokhwe yobukhoboka e-affecta abantwana benu bazali. Ebetshilo ke umongameli ba eli tyala liyi-1.4 billion. Eli tyala ke abalenzanga ngokuthanda, akho mntu ulenze ngokuthanda. Ne-university ezi-certificates azigcinanga ngokuthanda. Wonke umntu uphakathi kwebhayi nedinarha, ukwi-conundrum, i-crisis, catch-22 situation. I-university ifuna eli tyala libhatalwe. Umntana wakho ufuna uthatha i-certificates akahambe ufuna umsebenzi. Ngoku ithi i-university hayi qala undinike imali yam mntanam. Athi ke nake hayi imali andinayo ndisayofuna umsebenzi ndizawube ndikubhatala. Athi hayi ndakuthemba njani uba uzawuphinda uyibuyisa imali yam. Ithi ke ngoku lo mntana hayi ndiyathembisa ndizawubuya. Athi hayi andikuthembanga mntanam. Andana uyayiva na le catch, iconundrum libhayi nedinarha. Ukuba i-university isuke yazikhupha ezi certificates zikhona iingxaki ezinokwenzeka noba siyathanda thina kwenzeke njalo. Enye yezo ngxaki kukuba i-university ingabi nayo imali yokuqhubekeka ibheke phambili iphile. Yiyo le nto sithathe le nxaxheba, asifunanga ukugalela ukugibisela amatye nje qha kuphela. Sithe masincedisane siyilungise le ngxaki kuba yingxaki le ayongxaki yabantwana benu le bazali, izaba yingxaki yabantwana babo nengxaki yabantwana babantwana babo. Ukuze ke le ngxaki ingaphindi ibe khona funeka la matyala acinywe. Imali ke ayehli mthini, ayizi ngomlingo, akuthiwa abracadabra kuvela imali. Ukuze imali ibe khona kufuneka into yoba abantu abanengqondo nabanombono nembono badibane babonisane ukuba bangayithatha phi nale 1.4 billion. Sesiyithobile ke ngoku kuba ayiseyiyo i-1.4 billion. Sele ingaphantsi kuba sesiyifumene into engapha kwe-40 million. Kodwa ke kuyabonakala ukuba kusekude engqinibeni. Kufuneka sincedisene ke ukuze le meko ilunge. Aba bantwana abagraduate apha namhlanje bazawusokola ufumana imisebenzi uba baliphethanga itikiti lokungena e-job market. Yiyo le nto funeka sibethe inkazathi. Sithi ke isiXhosa, intaka yakha ngoboya benye. Ukuze ke siphume kule ngxaki kufuneka siqhwithe kwezinye iintaka ezinoboya kubakho iigusha ezinoboya obukhulu kwenziwe ngazo iijezi ezifudumeleyo. Le nto ke ithetha into yokuba thina sele siphangela. Noba umntana ayingowakho, kuba umntana ngowakho noba ayingowakho. Kuba umntana ukhuliswa yilali, akakhuliswa ngunina noyise. Deske kubiza umakhelwane azoqeqesha xa engekho umzali eseRhawutini eyokomba igolide eyombela umlungu. Ahambe naye umlungu. Umntana ngowesizwe. Ingxaki enjengalena kayifuna isizwe. Ayifuni mandashe. Umandashe akanokuba nguYesu azisele imali. Akazuyilungisa yedwa naye neConvocation. Ne-SRC isincedisile kodwa nayo ayizusincedisa siyigqibele ngxaki yodwa. Kudingeka nawe tishala. Bendithe ke xa ndithetha kusasa ndicela nale mali kaBaby ye-airtime ye-late night. Uthi baby andizukwazi ukufowunela ngale 10 rand. Ndisakhe ndathi make ndiphose kulaa pokotho ye-Convocation la 10 rand bendiza kufowunela ngayo. Ukuba ke undithanda nyani uyakuyamkela loo nto. Athi ke nakuBaby kulungile sawuthetha emva kwenyanga. Mandiye ke ekuvaleni. Bendizama nje ukubonisa into yokuba zininzi indlela esinokwenza ngazo. Kuye kuthiwe ecaweni mfundisi, kuthiwa makunikelwe kuphoswe loo mali noba imalini. Aphuma umfundisi ehamba ngomrhurha. Ebengangenanga ephethe mrhurha. Naba ke abantwana baseAfrika nabo intombi nonyana bomthonyama bakhonxekile kumatyathanga etyala. Masincediseni ke ngaloo nto sinoncedisa ngayo. Kungaba siyakholelwa ke ukuba singancedisa. SiyiConvocation sikholelwa ukuba ewe singancedisa. Nathi nomntu njengam. Nam ndithathe inxaxheba. Ndathi kuba nam ndinayo umntana. Ndinabantwana bazofuneka bazofunda apha. Mandigalele loo nto ndinayo ngenyanga. Deske ndiyobhubha noba ingakanani. Masenzeni njalo sonke. Xa ndivala ke ndifuna uvala ngelithi zikhona nezinye inzame siyiConvocation esizenzayo zoba nizi-graduates kuthi xa kuvela ii-networks namathuba emisebenzi sinikontakte ukuba sinayo indlela yokunifumana, sini-update nangeyunivesithi yenu uba indawoni ngoku, kuba le yunivesithi ngumama notata wethu ngaphezu komama notata bethu esinabo. Asinawukwazi ukwehlukana nayo. Uba kukho into engahambi kakuhle apha nakuthi akuhambi kakuhle emphefumlweni. Kukho ke amaphepha lapha phambi kwenu abhalwe Convocation. Singake ningabhala pha imininingwana yenu. Iinamba ezi-fresh, not ezizindala. Khe sithi senikhangelwa ningafunyanwa. Sikhangela abantu ngoku abafumaneki kuba bashiya iinamba ezindala. Sithi sesifumene imali endaweni ethile kuthiwa nantsi imali. Khangelani naba bantu xa befowunelwa ezifowunini bangafumaneki. Sanuzitshintsha ezi namba. Xa ingahamba kakuhle laa nto kaJoe, mayingatshintshwa le namba kuba iyafuneka le namba for le purpose yale project. But most importantly, so that we can update you about what we are doing as Convocation elsewhere. So we're asking for you to sign those forms and fill them. In conclusion, which ke xa ethetha uDiana Ross, ayikho intaba esingenokwazi uyenyuka. Aphinde athi kwayena xa icula enye ingoma, athi reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this place a better place if you can. Sithi ke thina ngesiXhosa intaka yakha koboya benye. Siyabulela.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, please allow me to say all protocol observed. Egameni le-Walter Sisulu Council, egameni lika-Chancellor, and together with our Vice Chancellor and Principal, and egameni of our Acting Vice Chancellor. Kuthiwa mandenze ilizwi lombulelo. Can we give a round of applause to the Butterworth Choir? They've really done us proud. We really appreciate the work that we have done. Thank you very much for that. Ndivumeleni ndenze ilizwi lombulelo kwinkokheli zonke eziya zasijoyina as we started the graduation more than a week ago, both irreligious leaders, government and political leaders, traditional leaders, business leaders, and leaders from other academic institutions. Siyayibulela inkxaso yenu as a university. Can you give them a round of applause to all those leaders? To our University Council here, of course, represented by Dr. Mngeni and Mr. Nongadlel, we really appreciate your guidance, your support, and your stewardship of this university as we turn around and we move forward. We really appreciate your work. Can you give them a round of applause? Our Vice-Chancellor always say, graduation is the culmination of all of our efforts. And I always like that. And within those efforts, I'd always identify three parties that have been at the central. The first party are, of course, the students, the graduates today, like yourselves, led by the ISRC, the campus SRC, the student parliament leaders. We really appreciate the work that you are doing. Acting Vice-Chancellor has indicated that 23 SRC members were graduating this graduation session, May 2023. We really appreciate that. And siyabulela, President, for indicating and confirming that we are in the last one. In all of the 20 graduation sessions that we have heard, there's never been any drama. Everything has been smooth, and we really appreciate that. To the students, ISRC, as well as the support that we always get from the Convocation, can we give that a round of applause? The second party, of course, are our parents that are here. Abas entrusting abantwana babo, together with the sponsors that tend to pay to assist our students. Zoba zifunde, zibe ne-support as we move forward. Kwenzela uba nabantu abangathathi intweni kaloku bakwazi uba baphumelele sibe bahle sibe nje. I would like to give a round of applause to those parents as well as our sponsors. The third party, of course, are the foot soldiers, the university, the staff, both support staff and academics. We really appreciate the work that is being done under the leadership of Professor Songa, under the leadership of Professor Mashudu Tavana Maselesele on the academic front. We can actually see the university is taking stride. We see on all fronts, university yetu is improving. University yetu iyamova. We really appreciate the work that has been done by these stakeholders. Can you give them a round of applause, please? Of course, our organizing team, registrar's team, have always been saying the jury is still out, together with MCA, Operations and Student Affairs, and of course the campus rector's office, and said I was waiting for the 20th session to be done and be completed before I say thank you very much. We really appreciate the work that you have been doing, and it was a success, both from planning and execution. Thank you very much. Can you give the planning team a round of applause? And of course, lastly, our own Ubulelwa sign language interpreter. Usnedile kakhulu, really. I appreciate that. Usnedile, so that's the connect and no one must be left behind. We appreciate that. On behalf of the acting Vice-Chancellor, I would like to say that you please have a safe journey as you travel back home. Please drive and drink responsibly. We really appreciate the support that this congregation you have given us as we're delivering on this ceremony. At this moment, I would like to request then the congregation to rise and join in the singing of a national anthem that will be led by the choir. And I will further request that the congregation remain standing until the academic procession has left the Great Hall. I thank you.
by virtue of the powers vested in me as acting Vice Chancellor, I also award the qualification in absentia to those students not present. I hereby dissolve this congregation of Walter Sisulu University.
Bavume bonke bengakholwa bo, ukuthi babulala imfuyo bo, imfuyo bayixabisile bo, nabaphansi mabahlonele bo. Bavume bonke bengakholwa bo, ukuthi babulala imfuyo bo, imfuyo bayixabisile bo, nabaphansi mabahlonele bo. Bavume bonke bengakholwa bo, ukuthi babulala imfuyo bo, imfuyo bayixabisile bo, nabaphansi mabahlonele bo. Bavume bonke bengakholwa bo, ukuthi babulala imfuyo bo, imfuyo bayixabisile bo, nabaphansi mabahlonele. Sonke izotshisa bo, inkomo zamadoda, besala bebamba ngezansi bo, uphantini likanjani. Sonke izotshisa bo, inkomo zamadoda, besala bebamba ngezansi bo, uphantini likanongqawuse. Bavume bonke bengakholwa bo, ukuthi babulala imfuyo bo, imfuyo bayixabisile bo, nabaphansi mabahlonele bo. Bavume bonke bengakholwa bo, ukuthi babulala imfuyo bo, imfuyo bayixabisile bo, nabaphansi mabahlonele.